He's not freaking leaving. He is not freaking leaving. El Capitan stays at Manchester United. I want to repeat that for the people in the back. El Capitano Bruno Fernandes is staying at Manchester United as he rejects Al Hilal. And then we're going to get into this. Let's go. Let me tell you this. Fabrizio Romano has just dropped a Fabrizio Romano bomber exclusive. Bruno Fernandes has rejected Al Hilal proposal. I repeat, Bruno Fernandes has rejected Al Hilal proposal despite crazy contract proposal from Saudi Pro League club. Bruno Fernandes wants to continue playing football in Europe. Manchester United captain wants to play at the top level in Europe. Decision made. Bruno Fernandes is staying. Well, first and foremost, he didn't really say that he's staying at Manchester United. He said that he wants to continue top level football in Europe, and definitely Manchester United is going to provide that in the Premier League. Now, I want you guys to understand what is going to happen. Understand that Manchester United have made are going to start negotiations with Bryan Mbeumo, and that is going to be one of the two number 10s that are going to be starting for Manchester United. And then we have already announced Matheus Cunha, and so we have two number 10s. So the question begs, where does Bruno Fernandes play? Let me tell you something. Bruno Fernandes under Ruben Amorim has not been playing that number 10 role because of his inability to be able to carry the ball and dribble past the man. However, Bruno is still a very, very effective player, and as he gets older, he basically gets wiser and smarter in the way he actually plays football. And so when you're looking at this situation, Bruno Fernandes is going to be one of the two central midfielders. And I'm telling you, this is good, because what we basically get to see is if Casemiro leaves, we are going to be seeing Ugarte sit in that position and just mop up for Bruno's passings or whatever misgivings in that situation. But Bruno is going to be playing in the two central position, dictating play, playing from the deep, basically giving playmaking from the deep line, and that alone has basically shown that he has been able to adjust to Ruben Amorim's system, and not just that, but be as effective, because this season we are looking at, I think, 20 goals, if not mistaken, in terms of all. Bruno Fernandes is just as effective. However, this is going to be a big one, because he is not just looking at being the one to carry the load anymore. He has a talented players in front of him. He's going to have a talented striker, I believe, because what we are looking at is Bruno Fernandes playing with the likes of Matheus Cunha, Bruno Fernandes playing with the likes of Mbeumo, and Bruno Fernandes playing with the likes of Victor Gyökeres. Because I basically got a rumor today, and I still say it's a rumor because it hasn't been confirmed yet, but this rumor is basically saying that Manchester United, based on their moves, are trying to convince Victor Gyökeres to still come to Manchester United. I'm telling you this, it is mind-boggling. It is mind-blowing. Manchester United have a budget of around 125 net. That is the key word, net. So the more we bring in, we need to make sure that we get people out. And so for me, this basically solidifies the likes of Marcus Rashford leaving. It solidifies the likes of Anthony, Sancho, Malacia, all these players that are going to be leaving and clearing space for the new players to come in. I love this for Manchester United. What a way to act like a big club. You not only get Matheus Cunha, you not only convince Bryan Mbeumo to join Manchester United, and that talk is still continuing, but now you have convinced Capitano to leave £200 million on the table and continue playing for Manchester United. This is mind-blowing. It is mind-blowing because all we need to do now is to make sure that we can get a striker befitting this talent behind him. A striker that would finish And of course, we also heard rumors and we heard news that Inter has basically come into the race for Rasmus Højlund. So Italy is definitely heating up in the likes of Rasmus Højlund. But then, just not only that, I believe this is where you're going to see the talent of Joshua Zirkzee shine, because Joshua Zirkzee in Bologna, what he was able to do very well was because he was able to link up the play, and not just link up the play, but link up the play to people that would run past him. And what did we have in the transfer window so far? Mateus Cunha, that would absolutely love that dashing run, the middle of the 18-yard box. Brian Mbeumo, that can play in either or in that position. It is going to be goals galore based on what I am seeing from Manchester United. And then, of course, you have El Capitano, the maestro, in the back, basically dictating play and getting passes where people do not even want to put their eyes in. That is what Bruno is going to be given. So I'm going to say it again. He is not fucking living. He is not living. Bruno Fernandes stays at Manchester United and rejects Al Hilal. This is absolutely amazing, and I cannot tell you how excited I am. I am absolutely battling a cold right now, a flu. However, when this news came in, I had to stand up and come and tell you guys that Bruno Fernandes is not fucking leaving. He's not fucking leaving. He's staying. Bruno stays. Let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.